Hello and welcome to round 2 of RS3 is back. We had to send the engine back to the builder because the cooling ports near the sleeves needed to be blocked. They weren't blocked. So when the block heated up and then the sleeves heated up, they expanded at different rates. Coolant leaked in between the sleeve and the block into the crankcase oil pan. What indicated that was I drove it home 30 miles. Coolant was low. I was like, oh, that's weird. Maybe it's just an air bubble or something. Topped it off, went to go take it to get gas, and I got a low coolant warning. I was like, whoa, I just topped it off the other day. Topped it off, came home, next day it was low again. So I reached out to the guy who put the car back together, and he had said that he'd use the snap-on like coolant fill, I don't know what it's called, I'm gonna look dumb here, but the snap-on vacuum fill coolant tool, and so there's really no way that air should be in there. And before we had the engine back in the car, the builder had reached out and said, hey, there might be an issue. I haven't seen it yet, but I just wanted to say, and he offered to actually come pick the engine up, but we were so far along in reassembling the engine that Charlie, the owner, was like, hey, you know, we've been waiting for this car to go for a long time. Let's just bite the bullet and hope that we don't have an issue when we had an issue. So the engine builder actually came back out and picked up the engine, took care of it, and now it's back. So now I'm doing another oil change, because 30 miles oil change, more break-in oil. We're gonna inspect the oil, see if we see anything weird again, and then we also have a revised tune because this thing is running pig rich right now because of the SRM fuel pump. So we're going with VLM to get a revised tune there. We have one that I'm going to try once I do the oil change. We're going to baby the car because we're still working out, you know, working with the long-term and short-term fuel trims to get the fueling adequate. So from there, hopefully this thing scoots. Don't see any chunks flying out of there, so that's a good sign. We got a pro tech tip. Shout out to Matt at River City. He's been taking care of this car for us over the last century. He said if you push this up into the side, you don't have to hold it. So we'll see if that. Maybe I friggin' drained her so good. There's nothing in the filter anymore. There it is. Protective. All right. Hands-free draining oil filter housing. Just getting it all over the cap. Shout out to my dad looking out for my eyeballs. Telling me to wear safety glasses. I usually wear them when I'm doing something dangerous, you know. Safety first, kids. I'll get the next pro tech tip about where to put this thing. You just tuck it right there. Kyle's pro tech tip. Tuck it right there. And we'll let that drain. And then we will inspect the filter. Alright. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Let's go. Let's go. Looking good in the neighborhood. I ain't seen shit. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Alright. Put some oil back in this thing. Load a new map. Alright, we are done with break-in miles. Now we are about to drop the final bit of break-in oil. Finally got the tune sort of sorted. The initial break-in map was not working correctly, so it was running just absolutely pig-rich, so we chased fuel pump issues. We thought it was fuel pump issues, but it ended up being that the NOx sensors were too sensitive for the sleeves, so it was detecting knock that wasn't there and just pulling timing and dumping a bunch of fuel to try to protect the engine. So it was just pissed off at itself. Got that sorted. Now it runs great. We've been doing some logs, monitoring fuel, timing, etc. And now we're ready to start ramping up the boost a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Hardway Learning. The RS3 is officially back on the road. We have our break-in miles done, and now we can kind of boost it a little bit.
saw track.
Oh, really?
That's what the cut was there.
The weird hesitation.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I love this car so much. I just love this car so much.
That was everything but the kickdown. It's pretty fast. That wasn't like, I was surprised that it wasn't more with how much I thought was left in the pedal, but it's still pretty fast. And that was at least inspiring, and that like
supposedly has it set sort of tame right now.
Yeah, which would, you know.
Oh, this car scares me. This car really scares me. I don't get that feeling when I'm in the GTI.
No.
I get it a little bit when I'm going sideways around a corner in the Miata. God, those shifts are hard.
That's fast.
It won't even tell you how fast we're going. It just says slow down.
It's like, I'm unhappy with you.